Happy New Year's to everybody. My team is playing incredibly hard, and the hard thing about it is, when you got some young pieces and you don't win the game, it doesn't feel like that for those guys in the locker room, and I feel bad for those players who are playing extremely well. We've gotten better from 3 or 4 games ago. We've gotten better from November to now. We're doing some really good stuff on the basketball floor. I thought in this game, if we could have back 10 possessions, 10 possessions where we maybe, gave up a loose ball, where we maybe didn't get back in transition, where we maybe turned the ball over, we maybe didn't get a 50-50 basketball, I think we have our chance to win the game. Good team. That's where we have to get over the hump. One of the things I talked about is cutting those 10, possessions down that we could have gotten better at and cut them down to 3 or 4. We'll put ourselves in a better situation to win the game. Proud of my guys. I know it doesn't appear that way, but we're a good basketball team. We're getting better. Some younger guys are getting better. Right now, it's so tough on our guards because we don't have anybody that we can throw the ball inside and get a basket. And so a lot of the stuff is either a paint touch off a drive or more of a jump shot. And so that's where we are right now, and we got to continue to develop some guys. So questions? Yeah, Darion should say that. That's Darion. We called a timeout at half court, and it was 3 defenders back. And I learned at the Purdue game, we had 1 timeout left. And at the Purdue game, I didn't call it, and it was unfavorable result towards, I think, the end of regulation. And so we called it. Every Florida State guy saw us call a timeout, and so everybody just stopped because we called it. And, hindsight, looking back, I would have done the same thing because I want to run something to try to get him or somebody a shot. That didn't lose us the game. It's one of those things where in football, when, you call a timeout and the guy kicks a field goal, everybody says, oh, man, the field goal was good. If we don't call the timeout, it's probably a turnover because he was going to drive into 3 or 4 guys. Yeah, we ran something to get Darion the ball into a ball screen. They doubled him, and Jericho, just for whatever reason, obviously we turned it over. Looking back at it, I wish he would have looked just straight to his left because Quavion was at the block and could have popped out and got an easy basket. So, just we're making younger mistakes that hopefully, in the next week or two, it's not the same mistakes. But as I tell everybody, those 2 possessions didn't lose us a game. You go back to, I don't know how we ended up holding a guy on the free throw line when we get him to miss, but it was called. And so, unfortunately, we don't even get a chance at the end to even try to win the game or try to tie the game up. Just keep fighting. I mean, I'll be honest with you. There's nobody in this program more disappointed than me. I'm disappointed, but I'm not disappointed in my guys. I'm not disappointed at all. I'm not disappointed in their fight. I'm not disappointed in the way they compete. I'm disappointed because we're not getting the results that this team would like to have or deserve. And my message is keep fighting, because if we keep fighting, it'll turn around for us. And when it turns around, it's going to be great. But right now, it sucks. It's not good. It doesn't feel good. But at the end of the day, if you're watching us and you don't think that we're getting better or playing hard, then something's wrong with you, because it's not our guys. Our guys are fighting, And I tell guys, in today's world, when things don't work out, we all have to find somebody to blame. Don't blame my players. If you want to blame somebody, blame me. I'm big enough to handle that. I'm okay with that. But don't blame my players. Well, we just, we're trying. We're a great offensive rebounding team, but we're not a physical team, and so we're not hitting people. I think we lead the league in offensive rebounds. I think we're one of the best in the country offensive rebound. On the defensive end, we're just not hitting people, which we worked on and we will continue to work on. But we got beat to some 50-50 basketballs. It probably cost us the game. It is, but those guys play great. I mean, shit, Jonas, when you look at it, the numbers are incredible. 32 points, 7 rebounds, 7 assists, 5 rebounds for Seabrons, 7 for 11 from the free throw line, and then you get to Quavion, who had another very effective game. But the other guys didn't try to miss. They just didn't make shots. We got good shots. I thought we had a great game plan. At the end of the day, I'm disappointed because it just didn't work out in our favor. And at the end of the day, we played so doggone hard, and it just didn't work. And it can be deflating to a basketball team. We won't stop. We'll continue to fight. Our guys have been very positive. As you said, if I'm Sebron, I think because I had 32 points, I think I can score from half court. But when you go back and look at it, it was a bunch of people in front of him. I don't know if it's his best. He's been, when you look at how he played at Miami, I thought he was good at Miami also. And the reason why he got to start, Cam didn't lose his spot, but Cam hasn't been playing great. And so I wanted to let Cam see the game, start the game. See the beginning of the game and then come in for the game. That doesn't mean that Cam Hayes, the narrative is not Cam Hayes is not going to be our starting point guard anymore. I just wanted to look at something else. When you've lost a few games in a row, you have to make some type of change. And the change was I wanted to see what a different lineup looks like. And we saw it. It's a very effective lineup, but that doesn't mean that it's going to be the one that we're going to play for the rest of the year. What's happening with our program is typically I have 8 or 9 or 10 guys, and we're able to, if we're not winning, we're able to rotate and have different star lineups. Nobody has competed at a high level, and so even through the games we lost, we still had the same lineup because those 4 guys or 5 guys were the best 5. Well, with the emergence of Thomas Allen, it's helped us now. And he's become different, and he's playing better, and he's playing with a lot of confidence. And so obviously it changed, and I wanted to reward him for the way he's playing. And I thought he did a good job. Didn't shoot a great percentage, but when you look at it, he was 3 for 6 from the 3-point line, which was important to us.